SL Tonight presents Unsung Adventurers. Stories of real people history nearly forgot. The ones who did something extraordinary and then quietly stepped out of the spotlight. Tonight's adventurers, frontier fighters. George Rogers Clark. George Rogers Clark, trapper, hunter, and guide of old Kentucky, has returned to Virginia with a plan to wrest the Illinois country from the tyrant George III and his Indian allies. Possession of this country is extremely vital to the American cause. I reckon 3 more sleeps ought to bring me to Williamsburg and Governor Pat Henry, December 10th, 1777, an audience with the great Patrick Henry. It is my plan, Governor, to capture the enemy forts on the Ohio and the Mississippi. Commission me as colonel and give me the needed supplies. The commission and supplies are yours, Clark, but we can ill afford to spare the men. Thank you, Governor. I'll raise my own army. Every man, tough, brave, and crack rifle shot from the backwoods of Pennsylvania and Kentucky. Recruiting is not easy. And 300 acres of land to every volunteer. I know you're metal, Clark, and I'm with you. Wait a minute, Bearpaw. Why should we go off to Kentucky to defend a few settlers when we've our own land to think of? Bring the settlers here. Why? Because we're men, not white-livered skunks. Hey! Nobody call me a skunk and get away with it. Come on, that's no way to settle disputes. What do you fellows need is a little sense knocked into your heads. Attaboy, Clark. I'm your man. Going to 200, the buckskin army gets underway. My spies tell me the French are friendly to us, but the Indians are allied with the enemy. Late in May 1778, they set out from Pittsburgh on the Ohio River. Reckon that'll be boats enough, Bearpaw. Get the men on board and we'll float downriver. Hearing the Tennessee River, June 24th, 1778. Look yonder, Bearpaw, another party. Indians with furs, maybe. Clark and Bearpaw slip into the river and swim to the shore. Unaware of the 2 frontiersmen creeping upon them, the party of French hunters from Kaskaskia while away the time around their fire. Suddenly, Clark and Bearpaw make a dramatic appearance. He says his name is Saunders, a trapper from Kaskaskia. I didn't know you were Clark. Let me go and I'll guide you to the King's stronghold. July 4th, 1778. The Americans are inside of their goal, slipping into town to discover a ball in progress at the fort. A solitary sentinel walks his post at the gate. The guard is overpowered. Give me time to get inside the ballroom, then come a holler. Yow! The long knife! Clark fells the Indian. Wham! George Rogers Clark at Kaskaskia, July 4th, 1778. Dance on, but now you'll dance under this flag. American citizen soldiers take the town, harming no one. They reach the house of the commander. The enemy commander, Philip Rocheplain, is captured in bed. French inhabitants are happy. The Americans are your friends, Father Gabault. The Indian allies of the Redcoats are won over. Take peace or the warpath, whichever you wish, but if you do not keep faith, you shall be destroyed. We are brothers. Later, and now for Vincennes. An emissary is sent to Vincennes, 175 miles away. Captain Helm, take 10 men and occupy Vincennes. But already the news is speeding to Detroit. General Hamilton of the Redcoats is informed of the plan. The rebels in charge of Vincennes, I'll change that. Early in 1778, Hamilton moves against Vincennes. Later, Kaskaskia. Assemble the men. Hamilton is holding Helm prisoner in Fort Sackville. The way to Vincennes is cold and flooded, but the undaunted American spirit carries them on. Clark's army attacks Fort Sackville, but the enemy is on alert. Man those cannon at the portholes! Hear ye that, men? Fire into those cannon portholes! The deadly Kentucky rifles take effect. Zing, zip, zing! Then a flag of truce. Hamilton surrenders to the Americans, giving them the whole Northwest Territory. And your conditions, Colonel? Freedom forever, General. The Northwest country is now America. Thus did the skill and bravery of Colonel George Rogers Clark save the whole of the Northwest for America. Now it's time for another Is It True? Once again, you can find these at the end of the video. and I will read them all out here. Is it true that a dinosaur is another name for a lunch wagon? Is it true that the Statue of Liberty is located on Bedloe Island? Is it true that a settee is a hunting dog? Is it true that a tiger is a member of the cat family? Is it true that bi-monthly means twice a month? Is it true that a toad's tail is curlier than a pig's tail? Is it true that a kayak howls mostly at night? Is it true that a stethoscope is an optical instrument? Is it true that pearls are found in clams? Is it true that horseradish is a food for horses? Is it true that penguins are found at the North and South Poles? Is it true that Pocahontas married John Ralph? Is it true that most pencils do not contain lead? Is it true that a teepee is a type of wig worn by bald persons? Is it true that a boycott is a small folding bed? Is it true that a tomato is a fruit? Is it true that an angry giraffe growls like a dog? Is it true that Livingstone was sent to Africa to search for Stanley? Is it true that a piccolo is a small pickle? And lastly, is it true that a heron is a small fish used for canning? Again, wait till the end of the video for the answers. And if you do any of these, or they caught you off guard, let me know. Comment below. An unsung heroine of the Revolution. Emily Geiger, 1760 to 1814, and how she escaped death as a spy. In June 1781, the British general Lord Rawdon headed towards Orangeburg, South Carolina. General Greene will never pursue with only 1,000 Americans, Lord Rawdon. But we got General Sumter, the South Carolina Gamecock, to our north on the Sante River, and if the two join forces. Meanwhile, at General Nathaniel Greene's headquarters, won't one of you men ride with our news to Sumter's camp? But the country's alive with Tories, sir. It's impossible. Well, I do, General. Just give me a fast horse, sir, and I'll get through. It's a 30-mile ride, girl, and your life will be in peril every minute. Memorize that message, and if you're caught, destroy it at any cost. General Sumter Rawdon, moving on Orangeburg, tried to intercept Greene. Fording the Watery River, Emily galloped onward. Some enemy Tories were warned by the approaching hoofbeats. Only a girl, lads, but she's coming from the direction of Greene's army. Emily spurred her horse through the trap. Trying to rob me, are you? Hold on, you vixen! But after a furious chase, now we'll learn where this pretty rebel's headed. Emily was placed under guard. I didn't know you were loyalists. I was on my way to my uncle's plantation. You'll stay here until we find a woman to search you. Zounds, I hear horses. Ah, you've brought a woman. Mercy, I won't live an hour if they find the message. It was just in time. I haven't found nothing on her person, gentlemen. Then I must apologize, miss, and wish you Godspeed on your journey. It's lucky I know these paths. Late that night in General Sumter's quarters, bravo, young lady. Thanks to Emily's message, the two American forces were able to combine and defeat the British at Eutaw Springs. After the war, Emily married a wealthy Southern planter. Hers was a proud and happy life. Heroine of the White House. Dolley Madison, wife of the fourth President of the United States, by her act during the War of 1812, earned everlasting fame as one of the outstanding heroines of American history. Dolley Madison, 1768 to 1849. During the War of 1812, the British prepared to attack Washington. Oh, Lord have mercy. The British have landed 8,000 men near the capital, sir. 50 ships are anchored in the Potomac River. President James Madison left the White House to join the soldiers and citizens defending the city. Dolley, the president's wife, was left in charge at home. Have you the courage to stay here until you hear from me, Dolley? I'm not afraid, James. If anything happens, Dolley, look after the state papers. God be with you, darling. A message, ma'am, from the president. Let me see it, John. Enemy stronger than we heard. They may destroy the city. Be prepared to leave at a moment's notice. Get ready to leave. Bring me all the trunks you can find. Have my carriage ready. Hurry. Dolley worked all night packing the state papers. If we can find a wagon, these trunks can go in it. The following morning, our soldiers are outnumbered. Fly before the house is burned over your heads. Hurry, Dolley, hurry! Oh goodness, I forgot that Gilbert Stuart portrait of Washington. I must get it. There's no time to lose. Get an axe and break the frame. It's screwed to the wall, ma'am. It'd be easier to keep it in a place of safety rolled up instead of that heavy frame. I got it. Now the British cannot destroy it. Oh, hurry, Dolley. I must be losing my mind. I forgot the Declaration of Independence in the glass case. There isn't time. Once more, Dolley dashed back into the house to rescue one of the nation's prized possessions. I don't know where the key is. Just break the glass and hurry. I nearly died of anxiety, but I'll forgive you, Dolley. You're wonderful. Do you hear it? Yes, the sound of British troops. They're in Washington. Dolley and her friends left Washington none too soon. There goes the capital of our country. We'll build another. Nothing will ever stop us. After the War of 1812, the White House was rebuilt. Preserved in it for all time are the precious heritages of free nation which Dolley Madison so bravely saved. And that is the painting which Dolley Madison saved just before the British burned the White House. And just like I said, here are all the answers to the quiz. Feel free to pause and check your answers as the answers get revealed. I could go through each of them, but there's no real point. I think you can figure that out on your own if you've even watched this far. But in any case, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this. And, maybe I can try more. I'm trying different things. And that's stories of more unsung adventurers. History is full of them. People who change things, risk everything, or simply refuse to stay in the place the world assigned them. Until next time, it's been Felix Lebesky for Unsung Adventurers from SL Tonight. Ride on. Good night.